Hi, good evening to all. Let me know how was the weekend. You were doing coding or enjoying or having fun outside. Tell me one thing, am I audible to all? Am I audible and visible to everybody? Do let me know. I'm looking at the chats. Do let me know. Very good evening, Prince. Let me know, am I audible and visible to everybody? Start session in Hindi and English mixture. Meganta, actually, I want to, but as of now, management has told me to continue in English only. And that's why I'm doing this. But if I see a lot of comment for the English, like Hindi and English, then I'll start. But at least I want a lot of people to sing the same thing. Okay, cool. Because in this channel, all the content are only going is in English. That's why I'm doing this. But if I see a lot of comment for English, I'll continue in that. For that, at least I need not in live, but in normal chats. Because live chat will be disappeared after the live. So if you will write the comments in the normal comment after the live, then that will be visible to everybody, and maybe people will allow me. Cool, yeah, cool. Again, we have a consistency. It's a day 12, and today we'll cover a very important question which has been asked in multiple companies. Again, Facebook, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Bloomberg, right, and many more. Again, what is important in this question, I'll tell you. Let's begin. And I hope everybody has a pen and copy to understand the things. And what I want is that you people should not only listen, you people also, after watching this live and video, you can try by yourself as well. Try to put different input values, right, and see how the solution is working. Try to attempt similar questions. That will help you a lot. Okay. Now I'll go to the LeetCode window, and here I will search for the problem statement, and our problem statement is something amazing. Cool. Cool, yeah, cool. So now here we go. Intersection of two arrays. Okay. Intersection of two arrays we're getting here. It's an easy problem statement, but it still has a lot of things inside it, right? Which solution is better, which is not, how you can calculate the time and space complexity of it, right? So that is also super important. That may help you a lot in interviews. Okay, cool, cool. Now tell me, how's the energy? Are you enjoying the series? Please increase the quality. Actually, I'm doing, not I'm doing, team is doing. Sir, math are over. Yeah, Prince, math is over. Because I wanted to tell you some math questions which are highly asked in multiple companies. If you know them, they're more than sufficient, or other questions you can try by yourself. Because it's a 150 questions only. And once you have an understanding of all these 150 questions in the whole series, trust me, you'll be able to crack more than 90% companies. More than 90% companies. Right, and you just need a one company to crack to have a good package, right? Cool, yeah, cool. So now read the problem statement, and let me know what do you understand. So now here the problem statement is like, given two arrays nums1 and nums2, return an array of their intersection. You know intersection, you have learned this maybe in 11th or 12th. Intersection means common between two arrays, right? Each element in the result must be unique, means whatever we are storing in result, that should be unique. Again, and you may return the result in any order. You can return the result in any order. Okay, cool, in any order. So now here I guess I have opened another question. That wasn't, I was coming. Arrays 2, because it's a super easy question. It's not tough. I want that you people should attempt this by yourself. It's a replica of the question that I'm going to cover. It's a easy than the previous one. I want to cover something different. It's an easy one, but you can note down it as a homework. You'll be able to solve it very fast. Intersection of two arrays. Intersection of two arrays. Of two arrays. It's a second actually, intersection of two arrays second. This one, because that was easy. That's a simple code. You can write normally. But this one is good question. That's why I want to cover this. But remember 349 you can cover in homework. Okay. And that is a replica of this question and that is easy more than this. Okay. That is easy more than this. Cool. Cool, yeah, cool. So now given two integer arrays, nums1 and nums2, return an array of their intersection. Intersection is something which is common. Again, each element in the result must appear as many times as it shows in both arrays. Okay, no matter how many times, like if it shows 2 times and both have 2 times, you need to return 2 times. Okay, and also I'll tell you the logic of the previous one question as well at the end of this video. Cool. So now let's understand how we can attempt this question, how we can solve this problem statement. I'll go to the computer screen. Why it's not working? Okay, now cool. I hope it's working now. What happened to my pen tab? Here, just give me a second. I don't know what happened to it. I'm not able to write. Hardly 1 second. I'm checking the connections again. Are all the cables are connected? Oh, not one cable actually, I guess. Yes, this one cable is not connected, so just give me a 30 second, max to max 30 second. Cool here. Now I've connected the cable. I hope now I can write. Yes, it's working. Congratulations to all. We are back. Now I'll choose the ink color. Okay. Okay, you also. Cool. Why the video quality is so poor? Max quality is 360 pixels showing to me. Maybe because of your internet. That may be a reason. Very good evening. EX. Hey, tell me your name. What is your name? EX1BI. You come every day. I see your consistency here. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So let's assume we have two arrays. I'll take that same value, what I has given, 1, 2, 2, 1, and again 2, 2. Okay. 1. So in array 1, we have 1, 2, 2, 1. And in array 2, we have what? In array 2, we have 2, 2. Cool? Cool or cool? Okay, Siddharth, I'll remember. Okay, cool, cool. So now here we want some common values. Okay, we want common values. So that is an intersection. Intersection means common values in both the arrays. So what can be the approach to solve this? One approach can be, solution number 1 can be AGPG. Solution 1 can be, like if I sort this array and this array. So what will happen? Eventually we will get what? We will get 1, 1, 2, 2 for ARR1. Yes or no? And again we will get 2, 2 for ARR2. Okay, if we compare this in a sequence, like what I'll do, I'll compare from this and this. So what I can write is that if this value is smaller than, then we can increment our pointer, then we can go here. Again, if this value is smaller than this, then again we can increment our pointer and we can go here. Again, we can check like, are both the values equal? If these values are equal, then put into a result. Result can be anything. We'll see what kind of value we want to return. We can push into the result. So let's say it was common, we have put, inserted 2. Again, we'll see like, is this the next value? If we have found the match, we can increment this as well. And now we have the pointer is here. We can check them like 2 to 2 equal. Yes, they are equal. So then put this as well in the result. So very simple logic. The simple logic is like, what we can do, we can sort both the arrays and then we can insert the common values, right, by comparing them. The one logic is possible. So I'll implement the solution for the one logic. I'll tell you what are the cons of it and why you can't write this solution. Means you can, but that's not very optimal one. I'll tell you. Okay, so how we can attempt this? I'm going to take my keyboard, and very soon I believe our video quality and everything will be improved, because anyhow very soon I'm supposed to get a new studio. Somebody can wish me a congratulations, but I'm also not sure when. Okay, cool. So now here I want to sort this. So there is a one method in Java, because this problem statement is not for sorting, right? So this problem statement has a different logic. So you can use a sorting here. Arrays.sort. Everybody know this method, right? Now here I want to sort nums1, and again I want to sort arrays.sort nums2. I'll tell you multiple solutions of it, okay? And the most suitable one as well. The most suitable one as well, okay? So now arrays.sort nums2. So now what I want is that I want to compare them, right? Anyhow, I want to compare them and I want to store the result. But again, that should be an array. And we know in Java arrays are fixed size, so we cannot increase the size with time. So what is the solution? We have to use a dynamic array, and for using dynamic array, there is an array list in Java. You know that, right? There is an array list in Java. So I'll declare an array list which will store the integer value. The list name is, let's say, list. You can give it to anything. New array list. Okay, new array list, and here I can have brackets. Cool here. So now here what I will do is that I'll run a, let's say, for loop, not for loop, actually a while loop. So while loop I want to run, and I want 2 pointers for first nums1 and for nums2 to comparing the value, right? So what I'll do that I will have 2 pointer I equals to, let's say, 0, and again j equals to also 0. So you can also declare variables in one line in Java. Cool. So now here what I want is that keep running this loop, when the I is less than what? Nums1 dot length. Okay, and this is also less than nums2 means j. Okay, j is less than, I'll use the pointer j for iterating the nums2. Okay, nums2 dot length. Cool. And now here what I want is, I want like if you remember the binary search, same thing we can do here. If what? If nums1 I, okay, equals to nums2 j, means both the values are equal. If both the values are equal, so do one thing, put this value in our list. Okay, then which means list dot add what? Tell me, add what? Nums1. Yes or no? Nums1 I. So we will add our common value, which means if both the arrays have the same value, right? But again, I should use a curly braces here, not the square bracket. My bad. Cool. Now we can have another condition. Else if what? If what? If I is, what can be the case? Tell me. The case can be like, let's say the value which we have in nums1, because it's sorted, have the smaller values as compared to the nums2, and anyhow we have to iterate till end. So what we can do is we can write nums1 I if this is less than nums2 j, right? Which means if it's less than, then increase the pointer of nums1, because anyhow we need to iterate both the arrays completely, right? So I'll increase the pointer of nums1, which is I, and again if this is not the case, which means the value available in nums2 is greater, so in that case I will increase the pointer of j. And again I will tell you very optimal solution after this. Okay, cool here, cool. So now here that's how we can insert the values in the list. But the problem with us is we have to return an array, and that is the problem statement. We cannot return an array list. So now we have to convert this array list to an array. So there are other ways as well, like there is a stream object I can use, but I don't want to use that. I'll use a simpler method. So I can iterate that array list. Okay, cool. And for that, actually, I have to create an array in which I want to, store the results. So I'll create an array int result, and in result I can store the values. So new int, that's how we can declare a dynamic array, right? Means the array with the size. So now here, I want the size of the list, because list have all the values, right? So the size of the new array should be the size of the list, because in the list itself we have inserted all the values. Cool here, cool. So now here, with the help of new for loop for int, let's say k equals to 0 and k is less than what? List dot size. Okay, list dot size, which means we will iterate the whole list. We can iterate the whole list, and again I'll do k plus plus, because I and j already has been utilized, so we cannot write here. So now tell me what game we'll play. we'll play coding. And result I k is equals to what? At the k index in the result, I want to get the value from the list at the k index. So list dot get. Get is a method. If you don't know the array list, go through some kind of resources to know the array list. But array list are the dynamic list, dynamic arrays, which have, which we in which we can insert the values, update the value, a lot of operations we can do, which we can't do in the array. So now list dot get value which is available at k index. Cool, yeah, cool, right? So now that's how we have converted the whole array list into an array, and now at the end we can return what? Return a result. Chill. I'll tell you the optimal solution as well. And again, after this, you see, oh, compilation error, cannot find symbol J. Why? Where? What is the problem? Oh, actually I've added at the comma off, I've added semicolon. Cool. Now run this. Memory limit exceeded. Why is that? Because something we have missed. But what is that? Something which means, oh, look at this. We are not incrementing the pointers, right? Any of both the arrays are increasing, right? We need new values. Now let's see. Is this working? Yes, it's working fine. Let's submit it. Cool. So now let's see. It's taking 3 milliseconds, beating 89.41%, and the memory we are at here. Okay, we are taking 43.06 MB. But it can vary system to system how much system, your system is busy or not. But the time complexity of it, what it will be? A time complexity of this arrays.sort is n log n. It is what? N log n. Not like this. Log n. Okay, so big of n log n, the time complexity of this, again n log n plus n log n, and this is n, right? So now anyhow you will calculate the maximum complexity, which is n log n. So this solution has a time complexity of n log n. Can we have any optimal solution? Okay, so now it's time for the solution number 2. I hope you enjoyed this. Sir, can you dry run this? Of course I can try to run this. Yeah, again, to write code in Python, I want at least a lot of people, at least 30-40 people who want in Python. Only then I'll start. But I want these comments. How n log n? Actually, this arrays.sort takes the space. It has been written in merge sort, and that's why it takes a lot of time. It's an n log n, the sorting complexity. Okay, and that's why it's taking n log n. Okay, dry run. I'll do dry run. So what's happening here? You see this array? It will be sorted automatically. Yeah, actually, from 7 I have another class, but fine. I'll tell you the another solution as well. Bun, 2, 2. So this will you will get the your what? You will get what? You will get nums bun after sorting. Okay, and again you will get the nums2 here, and this is what? This is 2, 2. So now what will happen after sorting? We will get this, right? So now because we cannot, we want to insert values in a particular data structure, by which we can access them later, and why we cannot use array? Because array are fixed size. We don't know how many values will be common, right? So that's why we have to define an array list here. Again, how this is working? I have initialized 2 pointers, which is I is equals to 0 and j is equals to 0. I is for nums1 and j is for nums2. Cool. Again, I'm matching. Look at here. When the I and j both are 0, I is equals to 0 and j is equals to 0. I hope you'll understand in few seconds. Right, so match the solution at the 0th index. Is 1 and 2 equal? No, they are not equal, which means this condition will not work. Then which should work? We should iterate more in nums1. Why? Because the value of nums2 are greater than the nums1. So again, we have to iterate our pointer here and then further, right? Unless we reach to the end of the array or we find the element, right? So again, we'll come here. Nums1 I. So I is 0, yes or no? At 0th index, see what value we have? We have 1. Now again at j0 we have 2. Look at this, we have 2. So is 1 less than 2? Yes, it is true, which means I plus plus. So which means I plus plus. So now what we have? Now we have I equals to 1. Tell me yes or no? I equals to 1. So what will happen? It will go to the while loop again, and again it will see, is 1 less than the length of the nums1? The length of the nums1 is 4. Yes, that is less than. Again see here is j, which is 0, less than the length of the nums2. Yes, it is. So now tell me what will happen? What will happen? You come here. You come here in step 2. In step 1 it was, right? And in step 2, in step 2, what will happen? You will see I equals to 1 and j equals to 0. Yes or no? J equals to 0. Now here what will happen? We'll check the conditions. We will check the condition. At I1 and j0, what we have? At I index 1 we have 1. At j0 we have 2. Are they equal? No, they are not equal. Which means if will not execute, what will execute? This else if will execute. This else if will execute. Yes or no? Tell me. This will execute. So now what will happen? Again we will have I plus plus. Why? Because the value in the nums1 is lesser than the nums2. So now the value of I will be 2. Now the value of I will be 2. What will happen? We will see here again, is 2 less than the length of the nums1? Yes, it is. Is j is less than the length of the nums2? Yes, it is. Are they equal? At j equals to, at step 3, tell me, at step 3, are they equal? Are they equal? At I equals to 2 and j equals to 0, are they equal? Yes, they are equal. If they are equal, which means we will add that element to the array list. Okay, we will add that element to the array list, which means now in our array list we have what? We have 2, because this was equal. At j0 and I equals to 2, it was equal. So now we have one value, one common value. We will increment the pointer of both I because we want next value and j because we want next value in nums2 as well. So now here what we will have? We will have I is 3 and j is what? Tell me, what will be the j? J will be 1. So now match. Is this 3 less than the length of the nums1? Yes. Is 1 less than the length of the nums2? Yes, it is. So now what will happen? We'll come here again. We'll check is the nums3 is at the third index, which we have 2, right? And again j1, we have 2. Are 2 equal? Yes, they are equal. Then add them in a list. So now in list we have 2, 2 now. Again what will happen? The value of I will be increased and the value of j will be increased. So which means I will be what? I will be 4 now, and again j will be 2 now. Again it will go and it will check the condition, the while loop. Is 4 less than the length of the nums1? No, because 4 is not less than the 4. Again it's 2 less than the length of the nums2? No, it's not less than, it's equal. So which means this while loop will not execute. So we have all the common values. Now because the returning type was what? Returning type was an array. So we have to convert this array list. We have to convert this array list to an array. So what we are doing is that we are creating a size, whatever the list size, because the number of element in the list will be the size of the list. So we want to create an array. We want to create what? We want to create an array. And after creating this array, we will push all the values. So now here at starting case 0, and the size of the list is what? 2. Why? Because we have two values, 2, 2. And now here what we will do at k equals to 0, which means at result 0, we will insert the value which is available on the 0th index, which is 2. In the list at the 0th index, we have 2. Yes or no? And because anyhow in list, what you have? In list, you have this. 2, 2, but you cannot return a list. You have to convert in an array. So first time what will happen? At k0, 2 will be inserted in the result array. Again at the index 1, again 2 will be inserted into the result array, and we are returning the result array. I hope it's clear to everybody. Do let me know. Is it clear to everyone? Cool, yeah, cool. I hope this solution is clear to all. But again, we can optimize this in one way as well. And what can be that way? So that way can be this. I'm telling you how you can optimize further this solution. Okay. So now because we are using the sorting methods, and that will take the complexity of n log n. Arrays.sort, the sort will take the complexity of n log n, right? But that is a problem. We want to optimize it. So again, if you see the constraints, in this problem, you see that the values which are available in nums1 and nums2 are up to 1000. means value will not exceed. Okay, and now here, and the length of the both of them will not exceed from 1000, right? So what we can do is that we can store this in an array. We can store the frequency of these problems in an array, and then we can have a solution. But anyhow, I have 5 minutes, and after this I have another class. So cool, yeah, cool. I can give you a pseudocode or something which can help. Okay, so what we can have an array of size 1001. Why? Because at 0th index we will have 0 value. So we can create an temporary array where we will store the value, and we can create till 101 size, right? Which means the last index will be 1000. We will store the frequencies, and again we will store the frequency of nums1. Okay, and we can check the values in this array of what? Of nums2. So if these are common, we can insert into and result an array list, and at the end we can convert this array list into an array. So that can also be a solution. Else we can use a map in which we can put the values. So there are a lot of ways to solve this problem statement. Okay, and the same solution you can have here. Not same solution actually. Yeah, if I have time to type here, I don't have time actually, but it's fine. Cool. If we can do. Okay, otherwise I don't want to create a mess here. I hope this solution is fine, but there is a way. Anyhow, I want to do this. But again, I don't want to be late. So here we can have a temporary array where we will store the frequencies. Okay, but do understand this. You have to understand this today. 1001. Why? Because the value will not be increased from 1000. So anyhow, I want to use the concept of array as a frequency counter. Okay, array as a frequency counter. So now here, what I can do is that I want to store the frequencies of this. So how I can do this? I can use a for each loop here because I want to save my time. So here I'm utilizing I, and I'm using nums1, and I will store the frequency of nums1 here. So now in the temp, I can do one thing, I plus plus. Okay, I plus plus. And again, that's how we will store the frequency of all the values of what? Of the nums1 in the temporary. And again, what I want is that I want to store the result. So I will create an array list here, and here I have integer value, and again the name I'll give again the list, same as previous one. I have array list. Okay, and here we go. Now what I want is I want to check where? I want to check in the values of nums2 which are available in temp, the common values, right? So I will run a loop here. I is equals to 0. I is less than what? Less than nums2 dot length. Okay, and again I plus plus to iterate the nums2. Cool. And here what I will do is here I need to check in this temporary array. Okay, so if value is available in temporary, so which means that in temporary array the value of that particular index will be greater than the 0 if the value is already available in temporary array, right? So here I can use nums2I for the value. Okay, and if this is greater than 0, which means value is available in temporary array, and here if this is available, so I can insert this value where? In the list. So list dot add, I will add nums2. Okay, the value available at the ith index. Again, so we will have the values. Again, we have to reduce the frequency as well. So how we can reduce the frequency? Temporary, and what value we want to reduce at the index of nums2I. At this index we want to reduce the frequency for the repeating values. Cool. And now once this is done, what will happen? We have all the common values in the list, and again what we can do? Again we can convert that. I'll take that code, the similar code. I don't have that much of time. I can take out this code of the conversion. Which we have done previously, this code. Cool, this is same. The conversion is same. In the another logic as well, the conversion is same. We'll go back from the submissions to the description. So here we can convert that. We can convert that array list to an array again. Cool. I'll try to run this. I hope this works fine. Okay, it's working fine, but the time complexity of it, okay, but the time complexity of it is only linear, and the space complexity of will be big of. And why? Because it's not independent. It's not independent. If all the values are common, then you have to create an array list of n size. Okay, but this is constant. Why? Because we know the size already, and the time complexity will be only big of n. And if you do not understand this, very soon, I guess after 4 to 5 live, I'll cover the concept of array of frequency counter. Then you'll understand how this is working. Cool, how this is working. But anyhow, this is working with the help of indexes. We are increasing the frequency on the indexes. We are increasing the frequency at the indexes. Cool here. Actually, guys, I'm running late. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for that. But we'll see that concept in the array of frequency counter series very soon. Very soon. But try to understand this. Okay, put the values. Put the values. You'll get to know. You'll get to know. Rest is same. Cool here. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Have a happy coding night. Cool here. And again, try the common question. Okay, that 349. That 349. This is 350 and 349 is easy. You can do it by yourself. Bye bye to all. Bye bye to all.